Hello everybody. Welcome back. You know what time it is. It's that time of the day again for the 21st day in a... No, yes, 21st day in a row, because it's our 21st race of our career. That means we've done it for 21 days in a row. Of my challenge, apparently of streaming every day in August. This wasn't a planned challenge, but I think it's basically turning into that. So, we'll be streaming F1 challenge every day until the 25th. And then, of course, F1 Manager comes out. So, I'll be switching between the two. But the challenge is to stream every day in August. Maybe I'll miss one day. I don't know. Anyway, we're back. Today, we have the Spanish Grand Prix of 2000. Last year at the Spanish Grand Prix, we were on for a good result. I think we still got a good result. We had an issue running into the back of Hakkinen, who was stationary on track, damaged our suspension. I think we still scored points. I think. Can't quite remember. Anyway, we have scored points every race so far this season. And we scored points in the final race of last season. So we've scored points for 5 races in a row, which is a new James Early record. So let's keep that form going. Like I said, Spanish Grand Prix, first on the calendar back in 1991. Is now 2000. So this is the 10th edition of the Spanish Grand Prix at the Circuit de Catalunya. Driver profile, let's have a look. 20 race starts now, so we've reached a little milestone, I'd say. 2 podiums still. 27 points scored now. Still only 4 retirements, so our retirement rate is 20%, which is pretty low. I think it's because we've been so consistent, surprisingly. I haven't actually made that many mistakes, which is a surprise considering all my other career modes and whatnot that I do on my channel. I seem to crash a lot, but I've not really been crashing much, so... I mean, that's good. The morale is very high, of course, because we've scored another points finish. Average quality and average race coming down, so is average championship position. Prestige looks very similar as it did last race. Giancarlo Fisichella and Ralf Schumacher tied on prestige points. So if one of them outscores the other today, they'll jump up ahead of one another. Verstappen and Wirtz still tied on points, and we are closing in on Jarno Trulli. So, I mean, if we won the race, we'd jump above Jarno Trulli. Pretty good. On to the Formula 1 news of the week. We've got Coulthard back on top spot. Coulthard is truly in his stride now. Not only did the Brit win at his home Grand Prix, but he also claimed the 10th victory of his career so far. There are only 4 drivers on the grid with more wins to their name than Coulthard. Pop quiz, can you name which drivers those are? It's pretty simple. I'm sure you can name them. Anyway. Villeneuve shines and struggles. Villeneuve had one of the greatest opening laps ever seen in a Formula 1 Grand Prix last weekend. Me saying last weekend is, of course, yesterday. Rising from 7th on the grid, the Canadian was first by the end of lap 1. He eventually slipped down the grid and ultimately retired from the race. That first lap was amazing from Villeneuve. I don't know how he did it. I didn't see the onboard. But he climbed from 7th on the grid to 1st in the first lap, which has got to go down as one of the best laps in Formula 1 history. Surely. Crazy stuff from Villeneuve. Then he kind of threw it all away, slipped down the order. I think he was out of the points before he retired through suspension failure. Jordan Pace vanishes. In an uncharacteristically shaky qualifying session, the Jordans could only muster 8th and 13th for Sunday's race. This might be a one-off blip, but Jordan will certainly be worried by the lack of pace on Saturday. In this universe. On the grid right now, Jose, in this universe. So, Michael Schumacher has more. Hakkinen, Villeneuve. There's one other. Maybe there isn't one other. Maybe there's only 3. Who's the 4th? I can't remember. Let me just go back to Prestige. Hold on. Who's got more wins than him? No. That's the... Wait. Villeneuve, Hakkinen. Oh, including 1999. That's why, because Damon Hill's on there. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Ignore that. Anyway, Ralf records a result. After 3 back-to-back retirements, Ralf Schumacher not only finishes the race, but the German also picked up 2 points en route to a 5th place finish in Britain. Yes, any driver that appeared 1999 and later will appear on that prestige list. not just the current drivers. I completely forgot about that. I could bar, but I can't be bothered. Honestly, cannot be bothered. Championship standings. Michael Schumacher leads the way, 16 points ahead. That's wrong. It's not the updated standings. I literally just updated it. Why is everything going wrong today? Championship. There we go. I already did that. Anyway, Michael Schumacher is still leading the way, though. 20 points ahead of Coulthard, who's in second. Mika Hakkinen in third. Early, fourth. I actually slipped down to fourth. Sad, but it's okay. Barrichello closing the gap. He's got a second and a third place finish this season, along with 2 retirements. We've had 12 drivers score points so far. 7 teams score points so far. So Benetton, Jaguar, Prost, and Minardi yet to get off the mark. And something tells me we are not going to see all the teams score points this season unless we see something crazy. I mean, the only reason Arrows and Minardi scored points last year was San Marino, and that's because all the drivers kept crashing into each other. I mean, even Monaco, we had like 18, 17 drivers finish. So I don't think we're going to see Prost or Minardi score points. I don't know. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Most likely we won't. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get into the Spanish Grand Prix. How are we all doing today anyway? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing well. It's Saturday, of course, the weekend. Championship. We're on 104% difficulty today. Down from 106 yesterday. Because they seem very fast at Spain. I completely forgot to turn my phone off. Give me a second. Right then. Practice time. It's overcast in practice 1, or at least put my phone down there. Yes, boss. Finally catching you live. Motornaut, how you doing? Right, let's go straight to qualifying. In monsoon conditions. Okay, this might shake up the grid a bit. Takumi, hello. Hello, Red, welcome. This is interesting. Very interesting. Somebody, obviously I got this mod from Mr. Dominik Kronsky, and he's got a Spain Pain Quali setup. I'm just going to use my Spain Quali setup. Hello Hugh, how you doing, mate? I'm going to guess we should just go straight out. Surprisingly, they're not on the monsoon tyres, they're on the wet tyres. So maybe this is the best of the conditions. Maybe it's only just reaching monsoon conditions. So I'm going to go out on the wets and set a lap now. Make sure I'm sitting comfortably. Right, let's get out there. This is going to be an adventure. I think it was raining here last year as well, wasn't it? Of course, yesterday's race was rain affected. Hello, Daniel. Welcome. No need to apologise. Technically, T-car is a thing in real life, Arrow. But in this case, no. We don't have a T-car. So if we bend it, that's it. Sports fan, I've got a separate career mode which I've put on pause for a while called Custom F1, which has all the driver transfers and team changes and all that. So I'm going to leave that for that career mode, which will come back maybe in October time. But this one's going to be just straightforward, like a normal career mode, playing through the seasons as they are. Because I didn't want to overcomplicate things. And although it's nice having, you know, custom driver transfers and all that, I find if I'm watching it as a viewer, say it's the year, I don't know, 2005, and there's so many driver transfers and the teams have changed and everything's different. And you're a first-time viewer joining, you're going to feel so alienated, not connected to what's going on at all because it's not real. And I don't want to do that to people. So I'd rather keep this one as is. Hopefully that makes sense. This is an exploratory lap. Did Leicester... I saw they were 1-0 up.
Irvine is now in pole position. You're up at the first sector.
Actually feels like we've got quite a bit of grip. Somehow. Yeah, grip seems pretty good. Forest, what was the Forest score?
You're up at the second sector.
Hello, Particle. Welcome. We are up in the first and second sector. Only on the Jaguar of Irvine, though. 1-1 against Everton. Forest getting a point away at Everton. That is good. All my friends will be buzzing about that. I can definitely improve on this lap if we go again. A 33.5. Why are we bringing football into the chat? People like football. I like football. Up by almost half a second again. Just so nice just wrestling the car. Just like searching for the traction on the exit as we get the power down. Very satisfying. Okay, Barrichello's gone 4 seconds quicker. That's more like it.
Down at the second sector.
Okay, that'll be an improvement. 32.7, okay. Not bad. First run. Hello, Adam. What's in a 35.3? He's 6 seconds slower than Barrichello. No, we're not going to simulate 107%. That'll be a pain. I could, but I'm not going to. Brenson's gone a bit quicker than me. I'm going to go straight back out, I think. Actually, it says the conditions might improve. What tyres are everybody on? Still the wets. Okay, I'm going to go straight back out now. Where am I? I've lost myself. I'll be surprised if somebody does qualify outside 107%. But it's possible. Conditions might improve towards the end of the session. Right now it's monsoon conditions. Well, monsoon rain. But the track conditions are still wet. Janae's 16 seconds off. Okay, maybe Janae. Look who's in front of me. You cannot be that slow. Oh my gosh. Didn't know somebody could be that slow. It's the pit limiter on it. It certainly looks like it. That's a flying lap. Oh dear. I thought the 107% rule went out the window if it was a rain-affected session. Or is that not true? Blue flag, yeah. I'll have to slow down a lot to let him through again. We start another lap. Get turned in, that's nice. Imagine if the conditions just got worse for the rest of the session and nobody could go quicker.
You're down at the first sector.
That'd be kind of funny. Oh, we saw some crazy grid. Marc Gené's a meme in Italy. Why? Funny, but is there a specific reason? Okay, we're not really finding much time. Maybe the conditions are getting slightly worse now. Got somebody really quick behind me. I don't know who it is. I'm just going to be holding them up. To Jordan. Oh, sucks to be you. I think it's Frentzen. Minardi, Arrows, and Damon Hill. Brilliant. Of course. Why is he overtaking me?
Sector.
Struggling to improve here, guys. Doesn't help that I'm side by side with a Jordan. Force feedback is... it's not like modern games, I'll put it that way. It's not the worst thing in the world. But it's not realistic, but you can feel if the car's, you know, you're losing the car at the rear, or if you go across the grass, you can feel the bumps. But it's not something you can really trust. But I guess the game is, what, 19 years old? Oh dear! Okay, as long as we don't lose a wheel or anything, we're okay. Oh dear. Primitive force feedback, to be fair it is. How do I make this a helmet? Yes, Photoshop. I'm back to the pits. We're third right now. I don't think anybody can improve at the moment. Apart from David Coulthard, who can still get a 130. I think people are struggling to improve at the moment. Wait for the session to run down a bit and then we can get back out. Yeah, it says projected conditions raining, so it should get better.
Hakkinen has just taken
Hakkinen can still go pole though. Michael Schumacher 4th. We're 6th, teammates 7th right now. Never mind, 7th and 8th. Oh, Villeneuve's gone 5th. Marc Genet at 142. Yeah, okay, Genet, if there was a 107% rule, he ain't making it. Definitely not. I'm thinking, what if somebody uses up all their laps, and then by the end of the session, they don't have any laps to improve? I'm waiting for the end of the session because the track might be improved. We're hoping it will be. I'm down to 10th now. Hello, Dominik. Has Villeneuve run all his laps? I think he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, he's still got one run. Hakkinen's just improved with his 3rd out of 4 runs. Trulli has gone 2nd. Has everybody still got laps left? Okay, Frentzen cannot improve. He's used all his laps. Wirtz, Button, Herbert, Genet, they've all used their laps up. I'll wait until there's about 4 minutes left and then we'll go out. Or 5 minutes left and then we'll go out.
Coulthard is now in pole position.
Coulthard's gone fastest.
10 minutes to go.
When there's 6 minutes, we'll go out. Okay, this should be theoretically the best conditions. What's my favourite season? I don't know. I don't really have a favourite season. The seasons I like playing are the ones with grooved tyres. On this game, at least. Hello, Arrows. They are Inters, aren't they? Yeah. Okay, we are down in 16th. Let me just pause the session a second. Inters, I want to see who's used up all their laps. Okay, Barrichello has used up all his laps. He cannot go again. My teammates used up all his laps. Irvine, Ralf Schumacher, Fisichella, Frentzen. Frentzen's going to start well down the order. Wirtz, Button, Herbert, Alesi, Genet. Okay, there's still a few drivers who can improve. Jarno Trulli being one of them. Trulli could be looking at a front row start if he can get the lap together. Okay. Let's get it. We need to hopefully get into the top 10. Yeah, we're going to have to... Who's that? I'll stay out of the way of whoever that is. I think it might be Genet. Oh no, it won't be Genet. It'll be his teammate, Mazzacane. Yeah, we've got to stay on this drier line as best as we can. I'm still aiming for maybe a top 8. Top 10, top 8, something like that.
5 minutes left of the session.
Why not press tab to see who the driver is? I don't like having it on. Puts me off. Don't ask me why, I'm not sure. I just don't like that. It looks messy to me, seeing like a driver's name floating in the air. Favorite F1 team of all time? Brawn GP. Okay, let me give a bit of space to Mazzacane. Hello, Nick. The cockpit. I'm not sure. Coulthard improving his lap time. Oh, this feels fast.
Schumacher has just taken pole position.
Schumacher with a last-ditch effort.
Down at the first sector.
It's actually drying up really quickly.
There's only 3 minutes to go. You're down at the second sector.
Car behind me. This is looking to be maybe a 129, 128. Need to go again, of course. Stupid car behind me, though. Oh, dear. Is that Coulthard? I'm just holding him up. Sucks to be you. I'm running 360 degrees. Oh yeah, it's 10th place, 29.3. We can improve a bit, I think. Final lap.
You're down at the first sector.
Bit of a messy second sector.
You're down at the second sector.
It's got to be a 28, right? 28.4, that's 8th place. That's our final lap. Oof. Okay, not too bad. We're well off Schumacher's pace, but Schumacher in the wet. Finish the session. Ahead of my teammate. Oh my gosh. What? Okay, this session is just finished. So it's a usual front row. Michael Schumacher, David Coulthard. 3rd place, Jos Verstappen. 4th place, Mika Salo. Then we got the usual 3rd row, well, usual front runners. Barrichello and Hakkinen. Jarno Trulli in 7th. Della Rosa up in 8th. James Early, Jacques Villeneuve on row 5. Pedro Diniz in the 2nd, Sauber in 11th. Arrows and Sauber having a fantastic qualifying session. Jaguar of Irvine down in 12th. The lead Williams of Ralf Schumacher in 13th. Fisichella 14th. Frentzen once again starting outside the top 10 down in 15th place. And it's Wirtz. Mazzacane up in 17th. Impressive from him. Jenson Button, Johnny Herbert, John Alesi, Mark Genet in 21st, and Nick Heidfeld 12.8 seconds off pole position in 22nd. Damn. The Pope, you can change that if you want. If you go into the .veh file for each car and just change their number to the same number. Because it's whatever team or driver has the lowest number is the one that's the first driver in the team. But if you put them in the same number, they're equal. So. Anyway, let me make a poll. Let's actually go to the race session first. Next session. Next. Okay, it's dry. I'm not starting on inters. Let me make a poll to decide what strategy we are doing. Strategy. 1 stop. 2 stop. Once again, there's no capital letters or question marks or punctuation because I've only got one hand doing this. So, ask your community. Get answering. Yeah, we're going to start dries, guys. Good idea. Good, smart choice. Spain race. I'm going to guess most people are doing a one-stop or a two-stop. This grid is kind of crazy. Verstappen and Salo, third and fourth, they're going to drop quickly. But it's nice to see them up there. It's nice to see them up there. Okay, I'll end the poll in 10 seconds. We'll just make sure everything else on the setup is set up correctly. Yep, 17.5k. Radiance rate 5. Yep. Brake duct size 5. Brake pressure 90%. That looks good to me. End that poll. Ended. Poll is ended. Two stop. 71% say two stop. Only 8% going one stop. Everybody knows a one stop's boring, that's why. Okay, we'll go two stop. What are we thinking? Lap 25, 50, and then 15 lap stint at the end? Could work. 25, 20, 20. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Okay, 25, 20, 20. That gets us to 65 laps. And that'll be the race distance. Soft tyres will be fine. Okay. There we go. Well, there's only one more thing to do. And that's go racing. The 2000 Spanish Grand Prix is next. I'm not on inters. It's a bug. Graphical bug. We're on softs.
Hello there. Welcome to Spain for round 5 of the 2000 FIA Formula One World Championship. The weather, as so often is the case here,
It's just wonderful.
Schumacher first. Coulthard second.
Verstappen third.
Verstappen third. Salo fourth.
This is ridiculous.
Rubens Barrichello consistently outpaced his championship rival, the BAR driver. Hakkinen sixth. Jarno Trulli seventh. Pedro de la
Rosa off at
eighth.
8th as well.
The BAR driver was decidedly average in qualifying and will have to work extra hard.
Decidedly
to make the
average,
most of his
guys, ninth
midfield
place.
position. He starts 9th.
Rubens is 1 point behind us in the
Villeneuve
championship,
looks
that's
a
why.
carbon copy of his teammate. He starts alongside in 10th. Diniz 11th. Eddie Irvine 12th. Schumacher 13th. Giancarlo Fisichella 14th. Heinz-Harald Frentzen
Frentzen in
15th.
15th.
Wirtz 16th. Gaston Mazzacane
Mazzacane up in
17th.
17th. That's brilliant.
Button 18th. Johnny Herbert 19th. Alesi 20th. Marc Genet 21st. Heidfeld 22nd.
Let's get this bread. Let's go racing, guys. Keep it nice and clean. Try and get a decent start. I'll try and not rev the car too much. Pretty solid start. Force my teammate to the inside. It's not giving me much space though.
Irvine has lost his rear wing.
Oh, Irvine in the wars.
Giancarlo Fisichella has lost his front wing.
The inside of De La Rosa. Take a replay of that in a second. Out of this next corner. Verstappen already creating a train. Right, what happened to where are they? Eddie Irvine without a rear wing, right? I'm going to guess what happened is Fisichella ran into the back of him. Fisichella outbreaks himself straight into Irvine. Lucky not to take out Diniz there as well. Okay. So we got Schumacher, Coulthard, Verstappen. That's not right because Verstappen's actually in 4th. It's not updated. Let's ignore that. Where am I? Okay. It is Salo in 3rd. It depends. If Verstappen can hold up everybody long enough for Salo to pull a gap, Salo podium? Not out the question. Somebody taking out the cones. Almost lost it. Right now, Verstappen has not been overtaken. Still in 4th. But I think Hakkinen's gone for the move again.
Benetton, already in the pits. Jaguar, already in the pits.
I seem to be quite poor in that final sector.
Villeneuve is running 8, is right in front of you. You're running 9th.
Oh my gosh. Straight line speed of the arrows is keeping him ahead. He's held the position for a lap. Good move there by Villeneuve past Trulli for 7th place. Hakkinen has managed to get past Verstappen now. To be expected, to be fair. Oh, Villeneuve's wide. That's going to give Trulli an opportunity. Backs out of it. Villeneuve still goes defensive, though. Now Hakkinen trying to put a move on the 3rd place man, Salo. It's Villeneuve versus Barrichello. Schumacher's out in front. Be careful on that curb.
Trulli,
Wow.
running 8. is
De La
right
Rosa's
in
stuck
front
with
of
me.
you. You're running 9th.
Villeneuve, keep it together, man. Oh, Trulli's gone for it. Villeneuve will try and defend. Nah, he's lost it. Oh, contact. No damage. Villeneuve wide again. Once again, Villeneuve making mistakes, which costs him positions and another position against his teammate. Trulli looking for the move. That'll put him into 8 points position, and he's done it. Verstappen falling quickly as he
Schumacher has just put up the fastest lap
manually
of the line.
removes one of the braking boards.
Verstappen is running 7th, is right in front of you. You're running 8th. Alexander Wirtz has smoke coming from
Oh,
his engine.
Wirtz is out. Both Benettons in the wars then. Wirtz engine failure.
Alexander Wirtz is out. He's blown the engine.
Maybe down the hill we could force a move up the inside. Thought about it. And blowing your engine after 4 laps could never be me. Gone a bit defensive there. Jumps to the inside to cover off the dive bomb. They're really putting him under pressure here.
Michael Schumacher has just put up the fastest lap of the race.
Got Villeneuve all over the back of me.
Verstappen is running 7th, is right in front of you. You're running 8th.
So move complete, up to 7th. Sarlo's still in 4th right now. Somehow. I'm going to guess not for long, though. But we can see 4th place. Yeah, Sarlo's doing pretty well. It's lap 5. And he's still in the position he started the race in. That's wide. Villeneuve needs to clear Verstappen. I think Barrichello's more under pressure from Trulli than he is attacking Sarlo.
Michael Schumacher has just put up the fastest lap of the race. Trulli is running 6th, is right in front
Jarno,
of you.
James, Jos, Jack.
Running 7th.
That is 4 J's in a row. There's at least 6 J's on the grid, not James's. Barrichello's passed. Not giving me much space on the outside. That's another move. Trulli made a little mistake and we scythed our way around.
Schumacher has just put up the fastest lap
Hello
of the
Josh,
race.
welcome. It's funny, this game's been out 19 years, but I only first played it in 2015, so it was already 12 years old when I played it for the first time.
Sarlo is running 5th, is right in front of you.
My teammate's looking to overtake Verstappen in the background. Barrichello racing away in the distance. Thought about it. I'm going to run a bit wide. It's going to give Trulli the advantage. He takes a position up the inside. Fighting back down the hill. See if he makes the same mistake going through turn 9. Yeah, Diniz is the other Sauber. Yeah, he's run. Oh, I thought he was going to run wide again, but he didn't. Kept it within track limits this time. Goes defensive. See if we can get that undercut. Not quite.
Just put up the fastest lap of the race.
I'll go for the move. Defended well by Trulli. Villeneuve's got past Verstappen. So Villeneuve up to 8th.
Trulli is running 6th, is right in front of you. You're running 7th.
Trulli to the inside of turn 1. Backs out of it. I need to stay tighter through turn 3. It's a bit better. He's gone for it. That's a very late move from Trulli. But Salo left the door open. He's got the outside line for turn 5. I'm going to try and duck underneath, but Trulli closes the gap. This is our chance. Am I playing the game on PS2? This is the PC version. PS2 version was F1 Career Challenge. It's a different game. Well, EA didn't develop this game. They did publish this game though. So the developer of this game is still the developer of the modern games. Sorry, the publisher. But the developer of this game is ISI as far as I'm aware. Or was ISI. He's gone for it and he's got it. Salo dispatched. We'll go for it. Caught him whilst he's just been overtaken. Yeah, Image Space made this R Factor 2. Technically, they exist as Studio 397. Welcome back. The Ferrari strategist of saving up battery. Oh, the Fanatec works, that's good. Was it easy to set up?
Trulli is running 5th. Is right in front of you.
Oh, that's not the track, James.
Running 6th.
Yeah, we'll do a race update soon. See if we can get Trulli first. Just got to put him under enough pressure to make a mistake. Salo's holding on though in 7th. For now at least. Feel like we may be faster if I concentrate super hard. Has been run wide again. Surely not Salo. Yeah, didn't think so. Was he Rookie of the Year, Johan? I can't remember actually what the championships. I know he didn't score any points in '94. Phil, we qualified in 9th. It was a crazy wet, well, rain-affected qualifying session where Verstappen qualified 3rd, Salo in 4th. We did get the best of the conditions at the end of the session, but we just didn't have the pace. Hello, Retro.
Truly is running 5th. Is right in front of you. You're running 6th.
Okay, next up we'll do a race update. We're sticking with him quite well. And so, yeah, Solo's not dropping off at all. Maybe Solo on a 3-stop? Or maybe he's on a 2-stop and he's matching the pace of me. I guess this is a 6-car train. Well, a 5-car train with a train driver up at the front.
Michael Schumacher has just put up the fastest lap of the race.
Schumacher and Coulthard separated by 2.2 seconds up at the front. Third place Hakkinen is 13.8 off the lead. Fourth place Barrichello 17.6 off the lead. And there's a big gap back to 5th place Trulli. You know what? Sala is closer to me than I am to Trulli. Okay, let's have a look. Full race update. We've got Michael Schumacher, who is lapping, I think that's Johnny Herbert. Or Eddie Irvine, I don't know. Could be either. He's got 14 laps of fuel, so he's on a 2-stop. Then Coulthard, who's got slightly more fuel, is on a 2-stop as well, so he'd be looking for the overcut when the pit stops arrive. Hakkinen's got 2 more laps of fuel, but still probably on maybe a 1-stop? 19 laps of fuel left. Probably on a 1-stop, right? Then again, maybe Coulthard's on a 1-stop. He could be going to lap 30. Fourth place Barrichello is most likely on a 2-stop. Then it's Trulli on a 2-stop. I'm on a 2-stop. So is Sarlo. My teammate is on a slightly less fuel, but on a 2-stop. Then we got Ralf Schumacher in 9th. 10th place for Frentzen. So Frentzen's made his way up into the top 10. That's a good start. De La Rosa slipped down to 11th. Verstappen's all the way down in 12th. What happened to Verstappen? So Verstappen's gone from 3rd down to 12th place in a matter of 12 laps. Not looking good for the Dutchman. To be fair, I forgot who actually crashed out on the first lap. So my memories are not great. Jenson Button, 13th. He started down in 17th. Diniz. Yeah, it's Herbert, sorry. Herbert, Mazzacane, Alesi, Genet, Fisichella, Heidfeld. Then we got Wirtz and Irvine out the race. So, Fisichella, of course, he's already been into the pits, hasn't he? That one. So he's making his way back up through the grids. Okay. 6th place right now. We'll try and close up to Trulli. Definitely faster through this middle sector. I'm the first sector, just the 3rd sector I'm not. Oh. There are back markers up ahead. Not too much drama has unfolded yet in this race after the first lap carnage at the first corner. 70 litres of fuel. I don't know. Gosh, this looks like it could be a mess. Thank you, Nick. Fisichella, we've got Mazzucano, we've got a Lazy. I'm going to go for it. Oh no, I've been cut off. Still side by side across the curb. I'll take it. Oh, wasn't paying attention. Verstappen's out. Take a look at what happens to Verstappen. Do I have times 3 times fuel? No, I do not, Reg. I run 100% races, so I don't need to. Where's Verstappen? What's happened, lad? Verstappen's race has gone from bad. Well, it went from really good to start with. He started in 3rd. Then he slipped all the way down to, what was that, 14th or 12th or whatever it was. And now, on lap 14 or whatever, he's out. Worst livery in F1 history. I had an answer for this, but I've forgotten. I know of a few people who really liked the Earth car. I did not. Look at this. This is the battle for 8th, 7th. What is this mess? Where's Ralf Schumacher going? And Frentzen. What an absolute mess. Right, we're up to 5th. Few more back markers to get through. We're lazy. Thank you. 2017 McLaren. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I think the 2015 McLaren was really disgusting. Jos just had a suspension failure about a minute and a half ago. Was the 2017 McLaren the first McLaren that was papaya? You know, when they returned the colour. I remember liking 2019 a lot. Or was it not? I can't remember. 2019 I think I liked a lot. That was close. Fluorescent highlights on the Brawn. I think the Brawn GP car, I used to say it was my favourite livery ever. But I've changed my decision on that. But I think it's because it looked good in 2009. The fashion sense on cars in 2009, it suited it. But it's so outdated. Hello Ben, how you doing? My favourite livery ever. Don't know if people agree with me. Well, actually no, my favourite car, just the look of the car, is this year's Ferrari. With the livery, with the tone of red that they've got on that car. Oh, I just love it so much. I'm not a Ferrari fan. I just really like it. I think the 2022 Ferrari is honestly such a nice looking car. I remember when the first pictures came out, I was just so obsessed with it. I loved it. The perks of the job then, Ben.
Schumacher has just put up the fastest lap of the race.
Lotus 92. Don't know if I can remember what it looks like. I think I remember the 90... which was the one where it was like predominantly white? And it had about 1 million sponsors on. I don't know if that's 93 or 94. Winfield livery, Williams. I didn't mind them. I'm not a huge fan of many of the Williams liveries. I think my issue is, when it comes to like the Rothmans liveries, I'm not a fan of blue on a car. Generally speaking. Depends on the car. But more often than not, I don't like blue on a car. So, it marks it down a lot for me.
Schumacher has just put up the fastest lap of the race.
I think the Jordan 2000, with the shape of the car as well, looks very nice. There's a few cars that the shape of the car helps a lot. Like the 1994 Ferrari, the front nose, I love the look of that car. Absolutely love the look of the 94 Ferrari. The 1992 Benetton as well looked amazing, and the 1991 Benetton. Just the front nose looked nice. Visually aesthetic. Aesthetically pleasing. I was never a fan of the dipped noses, such as, you know, Williams 1994. Didn't like that nose, so thus I didn't really like the car. Oh, I like the current Mercedes. I really like the 22 Mercedes. I think that the cars I like on the 2022 grid are the look of them. The Ferrari, the Mercedes, the Alpine, Alfa Romeo, and the Aston Martin. Those are the ones I like. The rest I'm not a big fan of. It's just the front nose on most of them do not look nice. Like the Haas is too wide and flat. Same with the Alpha Tauri. The Red Bull I don't like. The Williams just looks, don't know, like it was machined by hand. Yeah, Ferrari 2022 is my favourite. Yeah, the Williams nose just looks straight. It makes it look like it was machined by hand rather than, you know, designed on a computer. Because it's got some weird like bumpiness to it. The white Ferrari from 1964. I've seen it. I can picture it in my head. You think the cars look awful? See, I don't know if it's because... I don't know. I like the look of the 22 cars a lot. I really like the look of them, generally. Much better than the... I think they're the nicest looking cars since... 2008, maybe? Oh yeah, they're far too big. You just scaled them down a bit. A bit better. See, I wasn't a fan of the 2005 McLaren. I like the 2006 one better. I don't like the... I never liked the McLaren liveries from these years because it's like... I don't know. Maybe it's because I started watching in 2007, so I was imagining McLaren to have a silver livery rather than a dull grey colour. New engine regs? I mean, I've seen the new regulations, but I can't really have a strong opinion on it without enough knowledge on what he's actually going to bring. Worst F1 driver ever. I can only speak from what I've seen. Yuji Ide is pretty bad. I've only been watching since, you know, 2007, and I only have knowledge of F1 from, I don't know, 95 onwards. He was P10 in his practice group. Is the practice group like half of the grid? How does that work? Taki in a way? Yeah. Pastor Maldonado. I never thought Pastor Maldonado was that bad. He was crash prone, but he was really quick. Yeah, Maldonado was quick. Yeah, he had multiple front row starts in 2012, whilst Bruno Senna was knocked out in Q1 almost every single time. It depends. You know, when you think of the worst F1 driver ever, are we only counting drivers who took part in a race? Or are we including drivers who took part in a race weekend? So there's some pretty bad ones, like Roy Nissani's dad, forgot his name, took part in, what was it, Hungarian Grand Prix practice for Minardi in 2005. And he's something like 7 seconds off his teammate. Yeah, he said there was too much grip in the car, and then beached it in the gravel, didn't know how to take the steering wheel off. So the marshals had to take his car out of the gravel whilst he was still in the car. I mean, that's ridiculous. Mahavir. Well, did Mahavir ever take part in a practice session? I don't think he did he? Lap is it 23? Okay. Favorite driver never to win? How about most deserved world champion who never actually won the world championship? Which driver do you think deserved to win a championship but didn't manage to do it? Yeah, Moss, I'd say. Like, he finished second 4 times. Had a chance to win it. I think Massa peaked at, between 2006 and 2008, and then he never reached those heights again. And even at his peak in 2006, at least, still beat by Schumacher most races. 2007, of course, he finished 4th in the championship.
Barrichello is running 4th, about 35 seconds ahead. You're running 5th.
Best driver to not enter F1. See, I don't know if I could answer that because I don't know much about other motorsports. are we just counting people who wanted to make it to F1 but didn't? Because, I mean, if you think of best drivers who didn't make it in F1, you could look at, you know, a driver in a different series who won multiple world championships, I guess. Blasting low. Yeah, some rally drivers are ridiculous.
Already in the pits.
I think rallying is the only form of motorsport where the best of the best in any other categories, so the best of the best in Formula 1, if they went over to rally, they would not be able to compete at a high level. But if you took, you know, the best rally driver over to another form of motorsport, I think they'd be competitive. Yeah, we could pit in a few laps. A couple laps, I think. Not this lap.
Michael Schumacher has just put up the fastest lap of the race. Stuck in fifth gear.
Quick Nick is no longer quick. Well, he never was in this game.
Pit crew ready.
No, I'm not requesting a pit stop. I did know Hideki Noda's daughter was a racing driver because I saw the last name Noda when I was looking at, I don't know what she races in, I can't remember. And I was thinking, surely not Hideki Noda. Azur, how you doing? Welcome. Okay, I'm going to pit this lap.
Schumacher has just put up the fastest lap of the race.
Trolley pitting as well. He's just lost a load of time behind the back markers. Like 4.5 seconds, 5 seconds he's lost now. Careful, James. Chadwick will not make it into F1.
About 15 seconds ahead. You're running fifth.
Not unless the only way that can ever... The issue with only having 10 teams is, you know, you can't take a gamble on somebody. Unless they're paying you a ton of money. If it's a bigger grid, say there's 13 teams, 26 cars going into a race, there's a bit more flexibility for maybe a back marker to, you know, take a chance. Yeah, I think W Series is more just a marketing tool. I don't think it really offers a step up for any female racing driver. I don't think there's a need for it.
Jaguar already in the pits. Minardi
Because,
already in the pits.
I don't know,
Zsombor already
if you
in the
want to
pits.
encourage more females to, you know, pick up karting at a young age, if they're watching W Series as the peak for a female racing driver, I don't know, does that encourage you or discourage you? Because there's no way out of it.
taking the lead.
Like, yeah, Jamie Chadwick dominates in W Series, but cool. But
Schumacher is
they're not going anywhere.
less than 3 seconds ahead. You're
Brentson's
running
stayed out for a few laps, so he's ahead of me right now. I just don't think they should have a racing series just for one. I think the unique thing about motorsport is it's one of the only sports where there doesn't need to be a separate category for male and females. That's
Mark Cheney has
what's
got
so
the real
unique
win.
about it. You know, there's not many sports, at least heavily physical sports, that you can do that. Yeah, Genet's out. Let's have a look.
Already in the pits.
So I think then segregating them, making a separate W series, kind of defeats the point. Where is Genet? Is that Genet? Is that Genet? Or is that Mazzucani? That's Mazzucani. There he is. Wait a second. Michael Schumacher? How did Michael Schumacher not lose a front wing? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear, it's happened again. Right. What have I missed in the chat? The W Series would only be worthwhile if the winner was offered a contract in, I don't know, F3, F2. But then, if that was the case, you'd get absolute uproar from the other side of a solid male driver who might be better than the best female driver, for instance, in the W Series, not getting awarded a drive for finishing 5th in their regional F3. So it's a lose-lose situation. I don't know why they did it. What's the benefit of it? That's all I'm going to say. Oh, again. Yes, Darren, I've got traction control on low and stability on low.
It's right in front of you. You're running 6th. Minardi already in the pits.
I think Chris has got caps lock on.
Zsombor already in the pits.
Oh, that is not the track. I think it's definitely possible. You know, female racing driver could be in Formula 1. I just don't think the talent's there at the moment.
Already in the pits.
It's definitely possible. Of course it's possible. It's happened in the past. It can happen again. In fact, as time goes on, it should happen more. Hello, Aaron. How you doing? We're 5th. We're talking about W Series. Of course, I think that the best drivers should be offered the seat.
The race leader is entering the pits now.
But I also think that it's entirely possible that the best driver could be a female. You know, there's nothing suggesting that can't be the case.
About 40 seconds ahead. You're running 5th.
It just hasn't happened at the moment.
Hakkinen has moved into the lead.
You know, if you shoved, I don't know, 10,000 sport-inclined females and forced them to race from the age of 6 in karting, you'd create a lot of very good drivers. You know, you would. Obviously, don't do that. Don't force anybody to race. But You get my point.
Minardi
It's possible.
already in the pits.
Yes, Lucky. We're doing well right now in 5th. Solid 5th place. Please close the gap to Barrichello. I mean, that's a tough ask. He's going pretty quick. Exactly, Aaron. It doesn't matter. That's the great thing about motorsport. It does not matter what gender you are. In the car, you look exactly the same. You're wearing overalls with a helmet on, sitting in a, say it's a Formula 1 car. It does not matter what you look like. It does not matter where you're from. You just need to have speed, really. Most disliked F1 track ever. Not sure. I think that's changing now, Aaron. I think it's changing mainly based on social media. Yeah, we've had some pretty bad US circuits. Just some random street circuits just forced together, and then we race around a car park for 2 hours. That's wide.
Barrichello is running 4th, about 45 seconds ahead. You're running 5th. Hakkinen is in the pits now.
Well, Sensuke, there was women in the past racing cars that difficult that I forgot her name, but she scored a point in Formula 1. So were the cars too easy then as well? Saeed saying MMMMM. Nice one. Hello, Ketchup. We're on a 2-stop. What, the Le Mans Bugatti circuit? I think it was just raced once in Formula 1, wasn't it? I didn't mind Fuji. I thought Fuji was pretty good. Of course, the wet weather helped. Pretty much rained all the time.
Barrichello is running 4th, about 50 seconds ahead. You're running 5th.
I saw one. I was doing a quiz yesterday on circuits, and I saw one that was just a big L, an L shape. It was like an old airfield. Yeah, it was Eltwig, I think. Yeah, that looked pretty bad. Terrible corner from me. Wasn't paying attention. I like Watkins Glen. It's a nice circuit. The old Indy road course layout was nice, not the modern one. Well, I thought it was nice at least. Okay, we're not losing more than about a second to Barrichello, but we're not gaining. Definitely not gaining. Kind of just stationary. It's one of those again, guys. We're just kind of in the middle of no man's land. Thoughts on the Indian GP? Good idea, poorly executed. I mean, good idea to have a race there. Poorly executed. Whoa, watch it, fella. Why's he trying to go around the outside of me? Oh yeah, we'll do a race update. We haven't done that in a while. I think some circuits are just destined to fail from the start. Like the Chinese Grand Prix is in the middle of absolutely nowhere. In a country full of 1 billion plus people, how can they manage to build a circuit surrounded by nobody? I'm sure it's in the middle of some marshland about 30 kilometers away from the nearest neighbouring town. Anyway. First place, we got Schumacher. Second place, Coulthard. Okay, the McLarens are on a one-stop. Schumacher's on a two-stop. He's 15 seconds clear of Coulthard right now. But I feel like in the next 12 laps before he pits, he's going to pull enough of a gap to stay ahead of Coulthard after the pits. Barrichello is really close to Hakkinen now. Of course, Barrichello still has to pit again. I have to pit again. I'm in 5th. Trolli is on the same strategy as me. Villeneuve on the same strategy as well. Frentzen is up to 8th. Salo down to 9th now. We have Schumacher in the top 10. His teammate Button in 11th. De La Rosa 12th. And we got Deniz, Herbert, Fisichella, Mazzacane, Alesi. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 retirements at the moment. And we're just over half race distance. Not too bad. At the time. Right, let's get racing. Yeah, Villeneuve's in 7th place right now. But he's doing a pretty solid job. Yeah, Aaron, it's in Shanghai, but the area of Shanghai is bigger than just the city. I'm pretty sure it's in some marshland about 30 clicks outside of the city. Dion circuit. I've raced it on R Factor 2 before. That's my only experience of it. Keyboard is so nice. What keyboard is it, Aaron? How much did you spend on it? I just think if you want to tap into a hugely, well, potentially a massive market, such as China, they went about it the wrong way. I mean, if you were ever going to make a street circuit, you should have made a street circuit in China, not a purpose-built circuit surrounded by water.
First blue, give way to the car behind when you can.
Getting lapped. Who's that? Is that M. Schumacher?
Ease off the power and move over
Go on.
until you are hard.
Bloody hell, lad. Stick to your line. Street circuits are never to be suggested. I don't think they're that bad. Did you see the video of what were they doing on F1's channel yesterday, asking drivers a question, like questions, you know, either or questions. They saw that questions, and they asked street circuit or purpose-built circuit, and most of them said street circuits. It was interesting. I wasn't expecting that. You can change the TV cam settings. You need to edit. It's the config file. which is located in your main F1 Challenge directory. Then you go to save, which is a file, and then it'll be default.cfg. And you'll be able to see all the different cameras, and you can change the positions. You might have to do trial and error, change a bit, save, load up the game, see what it looks like.
About 50 seconds ahead. You're running fifth.
Bottas didn't like Magello. Oh dear. What happened there? Oh yeah, I think there should be no more than about 3 street circuits on the calendar. Like, proper street circuits. I'm not counting Canada as a street circuit. I don't think I count Melbourne as a street circuit. I don't know. I know it's on public streets, but it's not like a Monaco sort of thing. It's not Baku. It's not Singapore. It's a different sort of street circuit. It's a street circuit with gravel runoffs, which essentially just makes it a normal circuit.
Hakkinen is running fourth, about 1 minute ahead. You're running fifth.
Grand Prix racing was born on street circuits, but then they, you know, made purpose-built circuits, which was the way forward. So if you went back to street circuits, surely that's backwards. I think that it's a good idea to have a good mix, you know. Be like IndyCar. IndyCar's fun. But different sort of thing. Of course, it's only hosted in one continent. Yeah, that's a good question. You've already got purpose-built, you know, road courses or actual racetracks, such as this one that we're on. You've got street circuits like Monaco, Baku. Do you think Formula 1 could benefit from an oval circuit on the calendar? Of course, the cars would have to be set up completely differently. The engines would have to be completely limited. You know, if there's still the 3 engines per year rule or whatever it is. But why not? What everybody's saying no, why not? Think about it. Oval racing is a big thing in the world, but there's no world championship that runs ovals. That's what I'm saying, like, it wouldn't be something that's instant with the current regulations. Right, it'll be something that's introduced, the regulations after 2026, when the battery's developed further. You know, that doesn't need to be charged up through braking or whatnot.
Hakkinen is running fourth, about 1 minute ahead. You're running fifth.
Ovals seem boring. I think ovals, it just offers a different sort of racing. But it's sad that there's no World Championship offering oval racing. But oval racing is almost entirely limited to North America. of current F1 drivers not good enough for high-speed oval. Do you think so? I think the opposite. I think the current grid that we have is the strongest Formula 1 grid ever. By quite some distance. The fact that the weakest link on the grid is Latifi, you know, multiple race winner in GP2, that's the worst driver you've got on the grid is Latifi. Look at any other year in Formula 1 and look at the worst driver. Especially anything before the 2000s, totally worse than the current grid, like the worst driver. 2019, not able Kubica was pretty disastrous. Can't even remember who was in 2018. Still outscored Russell. Yeah. I can actually remember the 2018 grid. Didn't you have Brendan Hartley in 2018? Was that 2017? I never rated Stoffel Van Dorn. Sirotkin was in 2018, exactly. He's worse than Latifi. Who's better than Stroll? Sirotkin better. I mean, head to head, wasn't it? Quite one-sided for Stroll. Well, most Indy ovals are flat. Well, at least sometimes. In qualifying for the Indy 500, they're flat, aren't they?
Is running fourth, about 1 minute ahead. You're running fifth.
Okay, scrap the idea about ovals. Clearly, oval racing does not have a place in a World Championship series. I can't think of what World Championship could run ovals then. If not Formula 1. IndyCar, yeah. For IndyCar to be a world champion, I think, realistically, you've got to have races on at least 4 continents. At least. And you've got to have it equal, well, not equal across 4 continents, but you know what I mean? Like, you can't just have one race South America, one race Europe, one race Asia, then the rest in North America. It's not going to create a world championship. Need all the continents for a world championship. Antarctica. I mean, excluding Antarctica, if F1 starts racing at Kyalami, then it can technically be classed as the ultimate world championship. A lazy out, wherever he is. What happened to him? We have a look. Oh dear, there he is. Yeah, Australia and Oceania, so yeah, that would count as... Oh, that's a nice view. Ah yes, here you go guys, the epic instant replay. So we've got 16 drivers left now. How many laps of fuel do we have? Okay, we got 4 laps of fuel. I was going to say, I've been chatting away about whatever for the last 20 laps. Mark Webber had offers from McLaren and Renault. Really? I know he wanted to go where BMW was, or at least where Williams BMW were. And then BMW left Williams. So, that didn't really work.
Is running fourth, about 1 minute ahead. You're running fifth.
I think the issue then you'd find if kart, like something IndyCar turned into what kart was, let's say racing on multiple continents, truly a world championship, then you run into the, you'd be competing with Formula One, right? But then it'll get to a point where people think surely it's beneficial if they merge, and then it's the whole thing of, you know, whatever happened with kart and IndyCar and splitting and all that. Like, I think it'll just be a mess. Would it work? It'd be cool to see it happen, you know, having multiple world championships. Of course, IndyCar has completely different rules.
Is running fourth, about 1 minute ahead.
Oh yeah, didn't they stop racing it? I don't know which oval it was because drivers were starting to black out through the corners or something. I don't know if I'm making that up, but... Not pitting this lap. We'll pit on... We can put it on like lap 48, I think. That's what killed kart. But surely they could have just... Regulations could have sorted that. Is that really what killed kart? Because regulations can sort that. You know, if regulations didn't keep Formula 1 in check, they'd be too fast. Obviously. I mean, if regulations weren't a thing, and the pure goal of racing was to make the fastest car, you wouldn't put a human person in it now, would you? Where's Trulli come from?
About 1 minute ahead. You're running fifth. Zsombor, already in the pits.
Yeah, I guess kart without the 500, they don't have that signature race on the calendar that you need. That's probably why Monaco's still relevant. Yeah. I'm just imagining if there was no regulations for what you could make as a car, and it just has to lap a circuit as fast as possible. I think the one rule you have to make is a human has to drive it. A human has to be within the car. Then again, it would limit it so much. Imagine a car with like maybe not an autonomous car, but a remote controlled car, basically. Imagine how many G-forces it's pulling through the corners. There's no rules on what they could, you know. Absolutely no rules at all. Okay, we can go one more lap. Got bloody Jarno Trulli all over the back of me. Okay, let me just sort this out. 18 laps of fuel.
in the pits.
That's where regulations are important. You know, if there was no regulations, you could build the fastest car possible. You know, with all the driver aids in the world, everybody would be setting the same lap times. There'll be no room for improvement.
The race leader is entering
It'll be
the pits
boring
now.
then. But I think the ideal regulations for a racing series, especially if it's a constructor series, you know, when they're building their own car, needs to have some room where you can invent things. Needs to have room enough that the driver can make a difference. Finding a right balance. There we go.
Trulli is running fifth, less than 3 seconds ahead.
Benson is coming into the pits?
You're running sixth.
Maybe not. I think Trulli's coming into the pits next lap. Final stop. We qualified 27th out of 39. Not bad, considering he's about 80 years old. First time since 99, since I was born. Back in the day. I've not paid attention to what's going on the track since the start. I think Sainz was trying to say stop intervening. But of course, English is not his first language, so he came out with stop inventing. I assume he was trying to say stop intervening, stop getting in the way. That's what I got from it, at least.
Trulli is running sixth, less than 3 seconds ahead.
Nope.
You're running seventh.
Just ahead of Kimi. Not Kimi, lol. Trolley. Just read Kimi Raikkonen in the chat and now I'm thinking I'm racing him.
Jaguar already in the pits.
I'd probably be interested in WEC when all these manufacturers come in. I remember a few years ago it was, you know, popping off in LMP1. The Toyota, Audi, Porsche. And that looked pretty fun. And then I'm pretty sure now it's just the only actual manufacturer is... Who is it? Toyota? And it's like privateer teams.
About 15 seconds ahead. You're running sixth.
Well, I'm guessing Alpine and Glickenhaus was absolutely nowhere near Toyota. As far as I can tell. I watched a bit of Le Mans. Okay, new question time. What is the ultimate form of racing? And what I mean by that is, like, endurance is a form of racing, sprint is a form of racing, Grand Prix is a form of racing. What is the ultimate form for a race?
Francis is running fifth, about 15 seconds ahead.
I'm tempted to say endurance.
You're running sixth.
Rallying? Okay. I don't know. I think with rallying though, it's more time trial really, isn't it? Because you're not racing against people on a circuit or on a track or on, you know, it's one after the other.
Jordan already in the pits.
I think rally takes the most skill, definitely. But I don't think it's the ultimate form of racing because you're not directly racing anybody. I think a Grand Prix works well, you know, like what Formula 1 is, or what IndyCar is. I think endurance is probably, in terms of actual racing, probably the ultimate. Because you've got it all then, haven't you? Not only do you need speed, not only do you need strategy, it's about endurance. You know, there's multiple classes of cars usually. Say if it's WEC, for example.
3 seconds ahead. You're running sixth.
Yeah, but rallying, although I do think it takes the most skill to be good, it's just a time trial. It's just like what qualifying is in most other forms of motorsport. Obviously on an extreme level, but down to basics, it's you're setting the fastest time. Nürburgring 24 is the best. I don't know much about the Nürburgring 24. What championship is it part of?
Hakkinen is running fourth, about 1 minute ahead. You're running fifth.
Rallying reminds me of darts. That's what it reminds me of. Because in darts, you're only against yourself. You're not, even though you're against an opponent, whatever you do is not going to have a direct effect on your opponent. You know, just the same as rallying. It's a time trial. You're not, you know, sending an overtake up the inside of a left-hander. Just like darts, you're throwing your darts at the board and you score your points. You could play really well, you could still lose if somebody throws better darts than you. Just like in rallying, you could go really well on a stage but still lose the stage by a second if somebody went a second quicker. I don't know much about snooker, but I guess you're playing the table, aren't you? Like, yeah, like I think snooker you can have a more direct effect on what your opponent does rather than darts. You throw your 3 darts, then your opposition throws 3 darts.
Is running fourth, about 1 minute ahead. You're running fifth.
Indy is the ultimate form of racing. Is it the Indy 500 or IndyCar? I do not think IndyCar is the ultimate form of racing. I think a big part, I don't know, it depends what you consider like racing. I think designing a car is part of racing. Motorsport, you know, motor racing. So, when there's only one chassis, I don't know, it's missing so much. Talking just racing, then IndyCar is the best. I think if you're talking just racing, then karting is the best. You're never going to see so much action compared to karts, you know? Go-karting is in, you know, the grassroots. Yeah, and that works for IndyCar, but for me personally, that doesn't create the ultimate racing series. Having a spec car. That's just personal opinion, of course. It does have everything, but the only thing that can't keep my interest is it's not open wheel. I like open wheel cars. Exactly, but it's just personal preference. Trolley's just all over my rear. But we're doing good so far. But more 24 next year. That's karting endurance, right? How much is it to enter? Oh yeah, there's old endurance races on the streets of some random countries. I guess that is the ultimate form of racing back in the day. Schumacher still leads. Coulthard second. And Schumacher's pit for the last time, so Schumacher's got this race in the bag. Thank you very much. That's a Carney, thank you. Yeah, I think Villeneuve's sitting in 7th still. Do they only do bike racing on the Isle of Man? I know they do sidecar racing. They do cars as well. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that is the ultimate. I don't know. There's some rally stages which pretty crazy. Well, rally's just crazy, but like hill climb's pretty crazy. TT's pretty crazy. I've never been huge into bike racing. Just doesn't appeal to me really. I just like cars more, I guess. Yeah, Pikes Peak. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Do we have any big bike fans watching? I think bike racing is entertaining. I think it's probably one of the best forms of motorsport to watch in person. Yeah, I just can't get into it. I get put off by the fact there's so much overtaking. Just too much. Takes away from it. I think World Superbikes goes to my local circuit. My local circuit's Donington. I know they have British Superbikes. Don't know if they have World Superbikes. Wish rallying was easier to watch. I mean, WRC do not make it easy to watch their stuff. It's not advertised anywhere. I'd love to go to a rally in person. I am from Nottingham, yeah. That's 6.5 miles away from Donington. Right, next to I've never been Brands Hatch. I'd say most circuits in the UK are probably bike circuits. Donington's definitely made for bikes. Cadwell's very narrow and very undulating, isn't it? All the tracks I've been to, apart from Silverstone, are just bike tracks. Or, you know, they mainly race bikes there. Where did I drive the other month? I can't remember the name of the circuit I went to. I did a track day, but I can't remember the name of the circuit. It only has about 4 corners. Honestly, can't remember. I can't remember, Aaron, honestly. No, it wasn't Croft. I'd know it if somebody said the name of it, but I can't remember the name. Goes... Maybe it's Mallory Park? Somebody search Mallory and tell me if it goes around, like, a lake. And has like 4 corners. In that case, Jose, I'd rather no contact. Because then it creates more drama if there is contact. If you're expecting contact at every overtake, then it just looks a bit clumsy. Yeah, Mallory Park was an easy track. My dad was too scared to be the passenger, so says all you need to know about my driving. I was good, I didn't crash or anything, didn't spin. Didn't even lock up. I did run over a bag full of Coke Zero cans. Yeah, F1 cars are far too big for many, many circuits now. We're on our way to an easy P5 here. And another haul of points. Is that Barrichello? Lapping me? We're going to be lapped by... Oh! Trulli's out! Go past. Go past.
Trulli is out. He's blown the engine.
Oh, too bad Frentzen was right behind. I thought Villeneuve was going to get into the points. Frentzen's in 6th. Good recovery from Frentzen. At the same time, come on Villeneuve, where are you, mate? What's the name of this game? F1 Challenge 99 to 02. Let me have a look at where... Oh, Villeneuve's like 25 seconds behind. That's a shame. Brenson's raced well from 15th up to 6th. Good recovery. Oh well. That's okay.
You're running fifth.
If Frentzen won the title in 99, would he have moved to a different team? Would he have gone to Ferrari? We have not, Aaron. We'll do a vote on it later in the season. He had a contract, what, with Jordan still? I mean, you can get bought out by of a contract, can't you? Brands Hatch or Silverstone? Silverstone. Brands Hatch. Well, I'm thinking more from a Formula 1 perspective because Formula 1 just... Even these cars, they won't work at Brands Hatch. I think it's too fast of a motorsport to really work on Brands Hatch. Not with that long straights. So now we got Frentzen all over the back of me. Blonde or brunette? Lucky asking the big questions. Herbert, oh, he's probably 15th, 14th, something ridiculously low. I think Frentzen might be slightly quicker than me. We start the last lap. Trulli had engine failure about 3 laps ago. It was backed off. Nice.
Michael Schumacher has won the race.
Michael Schumacher, 3 was that? Oh, De La Rosa out. 4 wins out of 5. 3 wins? Yeah, 4 wins out of 5.
Has finished second.
Yeah, it's a skill I've had to develop, being able to read the chat whilst driving. I think I've gotten pretty decent at it. I used to be pretty bad, but I've had lots of hours of practice. Is he going to send it? No. Let's position James. Crash with Frentzen to allow Salo for points. Yeah, let me just do that. There we go. Cross the line. It's P5. We've scored points again. We're getting too good at this. Getting far too good at this. Got to put the difficulty up to 120 for the next race. Do donuts, okay. We'll do donuts to celebrate 5th place in Spain. Next is Monaco. Oh, next is Monaco. Okay, guys, this is the final race of the career. I'm retiring now. Is this a good place to do spins? Okay. Yeah. Oh. Yes. Let's go. Imagine celebrating 5th place. It was the instruction of the pit wall to make me spin. No, next is Nürburgring. Okay. Okay, that's good. Oh, that's where we got a podium last year. Okay, and to finish off this race, we shall crash. Lovely. This is how a Formula 1 car is made, guys. Okay.
After that fantastic Spanish Grand Prix, let's take a look at the final results. Schumacher first. Coulthard second. Hakkinen third. Barrichello fourth. The BAR driver
5th place. Nice.
Frentzen sixth.
I'll change cars during replay. Plus and minus on the numpad. If you're on a laptop, you might not have a numpad and thus won't be able to do it. There we go. Bottom half of the standings. The Minardi of Mazzacane, 6 laps down. Nice. Fastest lap, I'm going to guess, went to Schumacher. He set a 19.053. 19.274. 19.321. Doubt. Barrichello went faster. Okay. Mr. Schumacher with the fastest lap. 19.053 on the final lap of the race. Very nice. That's it. Let's have a look at the standings. Aaron, what are you doing?
With the results confirmed, it's high time we updated
The Drivers' Championship. We're tied now with
Schumacher
Barrichello.
extends his lead at the top of the Drivers' Championship.
He's had a 2nd place, so he should be ahead of me in the championship. So really, we're actually in 5th place, not 4th. Okay. We're in 5th. Anyway, that's still good though. Michael Schumacher has basically got the championship already. Coulthard in a solid 2nd place now.
Ferrari move further ahead at the top of the Constructors' Championship. McLaren are 2nd, followed by the 3rd place BAR.
BAR. Let's go. Solidly in 3rd. Next race, guys, is the Nürburgring. We did fantastic there. I was going to say last year, but it was literally last week. We got that was where our first podium happened. It was amazing. 5 days, yes, 5 days until F1 Manager comes out, and I'll be playing that for the rest of my life. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Give the stream a like. You have to do it right now, otherwise you get banned from YouTube. That's what I've heard. And join the Discord if you're not already a member. Links in the description. I'll see you all soon. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow, maybe I won't. I'm not sure. But I'll see you all soon. Have a lovely rest of your day. And I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.